Rochelle Bazemore-Fountain is a young woman of grace, experience, talent, triumph, and service. She is an example of how great life can be if you offer no resistance or excuses for your circumstances. An only child, Rochelle has buried both of her parents, and despite the sorrow, has chosen to live a life of excellence to honor them and God. In that spirit, she founded the Betty J. Hunter-Bazemore Scholarship Fund to continue her mother's legacy of service. She also owns various investment properties and vehicles following her father's example. She is an expert in the finance industry, a talented musician, a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Xi Upsilon Omega chapter, and a public servant. She is a proud wife and mother who has a strong connection to family and friends. I never know how she manages to juggle her schedule, but she carries out her responsibilities with grace, patience, and a loving heart. She is one of my biggest inspirations, and I am honored to call her sister, friend, and soror. This interview highlights Rochelle in a way that celebrates all of the many facets of who she truly is. We could barely contain our laughter before beginning, but it is a testament of the bond that we share. Rochelle, for your character, strength, grace, intellect, heart, and sisterhood, I salute you. Good day, everyone, and welcome to another segment of Business Acumen with Cross Cultural Talks. I am your host, Robinette Cross, and today I have with me my line sister, my sister in Christ, my sister in purpose, one of the most treasured pieces of my heart, Rochelle Bazemore-Fountain. Welcome, and thank you for joining us today, Rochelle.
Hi.
So, Rochelle, I asked you to come on today because you are so inspirational. You do so many great works. It's almost like you never stop. You never sleep. You always find a way to pour yourself into different activities. You're a great mom. You have a great son. Hey, Brandon. You are in ministry a lot. You are a dedicated soror of Alpha Kappa Alpha Xi Upsilon Omega chapter here in Fredericksburg, Virginia. You are Jack and Jill. You do all kinds of other things, guys. I cannot wait for you to hear her story. And she really does believe in generational wealth and making sure that she's leaving a legacy not only for herself but for her son. So, Rochelle, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you went to college, and what you did after college?
I'm from Fredericksburg, Virginia, born and raised here. Graduating from Spotsylvania High School, I went to Virginia State and majored in sports marketing. From there, I came back. I was a student intern for Department of State. So from there, I went on and worked on a contract for the State Department in their finance division. So that's how I got started in finance. Well, while I was working that position, I went on to decide to get my MBA from Strayer University. So 2017, I graduated with an MBA with a concentration in management.
That's fantastic. Did you see all of that? Graduated with an MBA from Strayer, you said, with a concentration in management. Because when you first told me, I always would be like, how did you go from sports to finance? And now I see how that journey happened. That's great, Rochelle. So where do you presently work? Or what do you presently do? All the things that you do.
Right now, I am a project controller for American Systems. The company is located in Chantilly, is their headquarters. I'm in their offsite office in Crystal City, Virginia.
In Crystal City, Virginia. So that's a bit of a commute for you. I know, guys, she wakes up at, and I always get it wrong, 4:15?
4:15.
This is the first time I've gotten it right. Every morning, Monday through Friday, to get herself together, to get on a van, and that van takes, or sometimes you drive in, to take her to close to DC, because she's in Fredericksburg, close to DC,
to go to work, and so that's at least a 1 hour commute in each direction, right?
Right. Sometimes it could be a 2-hour commute based on the traffic.
Based on the traffic, and you still do it.
Yes.
And she still does it. And then she has to get off from work and come home and be mom and be a wife and do everything else she has to do. I mean, it's a demanding schedule that you have, Rochelle. You carry it with grace. One of the big things that you started in 2014 or 15 was the Betty J. Hunter-Bazemore Scholarship Fund. And that really has been the baby that you've been carrying to manifestation over the last 3 years or 4 years now, right?
Right.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, so first I want to say happy birthday, Mom. Today is actually her birthday. She will be 62 today. So I'm really glad that Robinette asked me to do the interview today. So the scholarship started after the passing of my mother in 2014. My mom was involved in numerous organizations. John J. Wright, she was in Alpha Kappa Alpha. She was a supervisor for Department of Spotsylvania for 34 years. She was on numerous boards, part of the Sunday School Union here, which is an organization with the 12 churches that came together to make one organization. She was on that. So when she passed, everybody was asking, Rochelle, you need to do a scholarship in honor of your mother. So to get the scholarship started, we went into partnership with Sisters of Ivy, which is a foundation through Zion Salon Omega. So they helped us get started with the scholarship. Our first year, we received 60 applications. We ended up awarding 3 high school students and 1 college student. So that's how we got started. So we're in the 3rd year of the scholarship.
3rd year of the scholarship. And what are they, because there's specific counties that you target, right, for applicants. So what are the target counties?
The target counties are Culpeper, which we added this year, Spotsylvania, Stafford, Caroline, King George, and City of Fredericksburg. So all of those counties and cities, you are eligible to qualify and fill out an application for the scholarship. If you are a high school senior or a returning college student, the age of 25 and under. 25
and under. Is there a GPA requirement or a minimum that they have to have?
A 2.5 is the minimum GPA. You would need to have at least 3 reference letters from various organizations that you might volunteer, your church, your teachers at your school. There's also an essay requirement. Different questions. I think this year one question is about social media. I'm not sure what the other question is because I tried to eliminate myself out of the scholarship process, so I'm not involved with making any of the decisions. The application is located on our website, and it's www.bjhbscholarship.org.
All right, and when is the deadline for the scholarship?
The deadline is June 30th. It's a 2-part application. After June 30th, we will review your applications. If you are selected, then you will need to submit a validation that you are actually enrolled in school, and that is due August 30th. And the reason why we do that is we want to make sure that people are not applying for scholarships and not actually going to school. We want to actually reward students that are actually going to school, taking classes, so they can receive that funding.
Fantastic. So when the funds are disseminated, do they go to the school or do they go to the student?
The check will go straight to the student.
To the student, okay, which is another reason why you have to demonstrate that you are properly enrolled. And can you be full-time or part-time? It doesn't matter?
Full-time.
You have to be a full-time student. Okay, full-time course load, 12 credits or more. I think that's what it is to qualify. Okay. And then what are some of the amounts that have been awarded?
Last year we awarded 3 high school seniors. They received $650 apiece. And we only received 1 college application, so he received $800.
You said 800? Mm-hmm. That's good. So guys, if you know of anybody in those 5 or 6 counties who has a high school senior or a continuing college student, full-time, fully enrolled, please go to the Betty J. Hunter-Bazemore Scholarship Fund website and download the information and apply. Make sure you fill out every component of that application, get your proper letters of reference, make sure that they are signed, and submit them in a timely fashion for proper consideration. Don't miss out on available money. So Rochelle, thank you for sharing that, and really I champion your efforts. I mean, for those of you who don't know, there are so many different fundraising things that you do behind the scenes in order to make sure that the scholarship continues. And one of those things, tell us about some, well, you tell us about some of the things that you do, because I've been involved in them and I'm a new board member, but go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you do to raise funds for it.
Okay, so this year we are going to have a shred day with, where you can bring all your documents to a location and have your documents shredded on site. The cost is $5 a bag, $8 a box. So the funds are collected for the scholarship. We have an annual pool party June 23rd at Dixon Park, and the cost is $5. Those funds also goes towards the scholarship. This year we're going to do something new, step show. We are going to try to see how the community is going to react to it. We're just going to see how if we present it, how, you know, if we get some responses back. If not, we do have some backup fundraisers that we're going to do just in case if the step show doesn't work out. But that is our plan for September. And then November is our signature event, which has been men and women of the Bible. We have put this on for the last 2 years, and it has been a huge success for the community.
Yes, yes, yes. I love, it's one of my favorite things, men and women of the Bible, really, really. And just a shameless plug, September 22nd is the expected day for the step show, which is Saturday, September 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. So if you are an undergraduate fraternity or sorority, if you are a community group, church group as well, is that right?
Church group, middle school group, high school group, just look for information to come out about registration. There will also be cash prizes for the step show. Make
sure you come, and especially really make sure you come to Men and Women of the Bible. It is powerful, 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 and I don't really see that ending anytime soon. Anytime soon. So Rochelle, you already talked about what made you want to found and what other things and some of the things that you do to fundraise, but what else do you do outside of, or in addition to the scholarship fund? Because you do so much, so I want you to tell the people all that you do.
I am a church musician for 5 choirs, 3 churches in the area. Also at my church, I'm a church trustee. I am a member of Psi Upsilon Omega chapter, where I am right now the financial secretary, also the chair of our Target 3, which is family strengthening. I am the treasurer of my son's swim team, Ferry Farm swim team, which is in Stafford, Virginia. I am also a part of John J. Wright Alumni Association, where I am the banquet chair, where we put on a banquet / scholarship dance to help raise funds for the John J. Wright Alumni Scholarship Fund.
She is always running. That is,
I get them all.
Did you? Did you?
I think so. Okay.
Okay. I don't know. She does so much. It's really hard for her to sit down and actually quantify everything she does, because she just takes it one day at a time. Did you hear how many churches? I think you might get 5th Sunday off. Is that right? 5th Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time she gets off. That's the only day out of the whole month when she doesn't have to do anything. if there is a fifth Sunday in the whole month, it truly is an inspiration to watch you, and also thinking about how you invest. To think about that, and I hope you don't mind me sharing. It doesn't matter whether you have employment, whether you are in between jobs. There's always income being generated into your home or into your wealth bank. So how do you do that?
Well, you have to be able to learn how to save. And that's a skill that is taught. So it was taught by my father, which he worked in a warehouse, but he was able to rent multiple properties here in the area. He had his own lawn business. So, and he threw parties, New Year's Eve parties. You know, he could just do it. And I would watch him like, well, how do you do that? So basically he said, you have to learn how to save. You have to be able to put money away and not touch it. Also, change. He would always save change. And that came from my grandfather too, because he would have change on the dresser and he would just throw it up there and then take it to the bank. Also, taught to have good credit. That would take you a long way. You may not have that much money in the bank, but if you have a 700 to 800 credit score, you can get just about anything. So those are some of the things that he taught me, and I was able to take those lessons and apply it to my everyday life. So I am a big saver. A lot of people call me cheap or frugal. But yes, I am a big saver. I believe in investing, 401k. I have taken the steps of my father investing in properties. I have several properties here in the Fredericksburg area. The business is SB&R Properties. So I take making sure you have your finances in order. That includes your life insurance, making sure that you have a trust in place, making sure that you have your beneficiaries set up, making sure you have enough money in the bank just in case there's a rainy day. Example, I was out of work about 10 months, three years ago, and it really didn't affect me in a way where I was stressing about money, because I took those life skills that my father taught me to save money. So I was able to survive for the 10 months due to those life skills that I was taught.
Yes. And you have, I remember, guys, just really quickly, because Rochelle and I'm going to tell it. Rochelle and I always talk about this, because for me, it was one of the, like my husband, just really quickly, he's our cameraman. He's also the creative mind behind Business Acumen with Cross Cultural Talk. So shout out to David Cross. Love you. Mwah. So Rochelle and I and several of our other chapter sorors, we were at the international conference for Alpha Kappa Alpha in Atlanta a couple of years ago. It was 2 years ago now. And she did something, it was a napkin demonstration. And I will never forget it. She had napkins lined up on the table. And those napkins represented all of the different properties or investments that she had. And she would say, if something happens to me, this is Brandon's, this is Brandon's, this is Brandon's. All this stuff is for Brandon. And you have to make sure that you have your savings in order, not just for yourself, but also for your children. And that really resonated with me, not just as a woman, but as a mom, to make sure that I have something for Madison. So because of that example, it is still very vivid to me. Because of that example, I went right out and I opened up a bank account for Madison, and I started putting money in it, and I haven't touched it. I don't even see it. Right. So thank you, Rochelle.
You're welcome. So the lesson, if you buy a car, try not to buy another car if you don't have to. Try to save that money and put towards a bill, towards your savings. I know a lot of times people, once they pay off a car, they buy another car, or they don't pay the car out and then they trade it in. So You know, when you buy a brand new car, it loses 20% of the value as soon as you drive it off the lot. So these are just some financial tips. You know, if you get a car, pay it off, get your oil changes, your tune-ups, and your car will last you. Keep the maintenance on the car.
Keep the That's cheaper than paying a car note every month. My sister does that too. She's very, you know, Watina, she's very, shout out to Beta Sisters LLC. My sister's very big, a big saver just like you. And I think that's one of the reasons, I'm sure, that's one of the reasons why it drew my heart to yours, because you remind me so much of her. Oh my goodness. But she's a big saver too. And she's had her truck for 15 years now, I want to say. Yes, and it's because, and that's what she said. She said, if it doesn't matter if they say I need to get rotors, if I need to get new tires, whatever it is, it costs me to take care of my car, costs me less than paying a car note for my car every year. Another thing that you do, is I don't want to say extreme couponing, but you coupon. Matter of fact, I came over here and went shopping before we take this. I got some Tide. 2 things of Tide from the storage closet. Just being transparent. To sensitive skin and stain release. Because it was back there in her storage closet. That's what I'm telling it. Okay. So what else do you do? How do you coupon? What does that look like for you?
I took a break for a while. Couponing started maybe 3 years ago. Our shampoo girl from the hair shop, Kim, she got us into couponing. She showed us, you know, how to go in the store and use the coupons, match the ads. And once we started going with her, we could see it was a whole lot of money being saved, because you have to think a lot of products that cost majority of your grocery bill is toilet paper, paper towels, laundry detergent, lotion, body wash. That can range from $7 to $13, you know, for each item. So she showed us how to use those coupons and save and stock up on those items. And those items will last you, you know, a couple of months. Right. So, so if you stock up on those items, then you're able to save money in your budget for your groceries. So, shout out to Kim. She's the one that got us couponing, and actually I took a break, but I am getting my book organized. Helen, thank you to Helen. She organized my book for me every week with the coupons. So I am about to get started again with coupon.
And that's good. I remember I came to a class here. Was that Helen? That wasn't Helen, was it?
No. You came to a class here.
Yes, I came all the way up here.
That was yes. She used to own the Coupon Hut here. She has recently sold it to another young lady, but that's the location where you can actually go and get your inserts on a weekly basis from the Coupon Hut.
From the Coupon Hut, okay. And one other thing, and without giving away the details for the couponing class, one other thing that we learned in terms of what it is to save is that you get multiple inserts. That's how you save and you buy in bulk. You get multiple inserts. You price match as well. If you need to, you can get those inserts from the library. Is that right? You can go, that's what she said, you can go get them from the library as well.
You can get your inserts from various locations. You can order them just by your newspaper. Young lady here at the Coupon Hut, you can order your inserts online and then use PayPal. And then you pick up your inserts either at the location, or she has a tote service where she'll put the inserts in a little baggie for you with your name, and the tote is sitting outside the door at the Coupon Hut, so you can just go get your coupons. So it's based off an honor system, but I mean, a lot of people just go get their coupons and go on, you know, about their day.
About their day. And that helps you, so you save by not having to spend money on just the toiletries. And then it frees up more for you to get the things that you need, your meat and your produce and your beverages and stuff like that. But you can even buy some of those things in bulk, right?
You can get meats using coupons too, but it's it's a way you can do that. But you put most of your items, juice, water, medicine, snacks, you can get those using the coupon. So.
Can get them using the coupon, so that's another way to save. So Rochelle, what are some of the other issues that are really near and dear to your heart, or some projects on which you're working? In addition to all that you do, what do you say is maybe coming down the pipe for you for 2018?
Well, for the scholarship, helping students. Eventually, one of the projects that Robinette and Patrice is going to help out with, they're new to the scholarship fund, is actually a class to help with filling out the applications, learning how to write an essay, how to fill out the financial aid forms. We have noticed through getting applications that students are not able to comprehend, the writing of an essay or how to fill out an application. And that just might be because they haven't been taught, or, they don't have parents at home that, are able to help them. Right. So that's one of the projects that we're going to try to work on for January of next year, is to have this workshop for the students so they're able to have a chance with filling out their applications and actually getting it reviewed instead of it being denied due to errors in the essay, not filling out the application, not having all the requirements for the application.
That's good. That's good. What is an accomplishment of which you are most proud?
Probably doing the scholarship. Being able to get everything together to get it done. Also, just being able to be strong in the community, because both of my parents are deceased. Yeah. So just being able to move forward and live the life that that my parents want me to live. Able to help my community in any way. Also help my church. They know that they can call me on any time, and I'm there to help them. Basically, this year is all about giving back to the community. We as people need to learn how to give back to our community. There are a lot of people that need help. So that's one of my goals this year.
That's good. That's good. And then that also, for Target 3, family strengthening is something that you've always done. It's part of who you are. You are a servant at heart, and you do it with such a spirit of excellence, Rochelle. I mean, I, as someone who just loves you and beyond proud, there's really not a word that I can think of right now that can match how proud I am to see you walking out your life's assignment. So I'm glad that you see that in yourself, and that you know that you're capable of doing that and so much more. But just definitely know that there's so many people who champion you in the midst of you serving, while you're serving. So you're thinking of the things that you've done, of which you're most proud. As you're looking towards the history of however long, the next 100 years of your life, what is something that you hope to achieve?
I hope to achieve, like I said, I have properties, but eventually I want to buy more properties. My process is a little bit different. I will give people a chance. I know a lot of places, they go off a credit score or credit history, and I tend to put all of that aside and give people a chance. If you mess up, then I have to go through the the proper ways to with the court system, but I will give you a chance. There is one guy, he's been with me about 9 years.
Oh, right.
And I gave him a chance. So eventually I want to buy some more investment properties and have them for people that have a hard time with trying to find a rental home. So I have those properties available for them.
Is there anything else that you would like to share on the show today?
Just go to our website, bjhbscholarships.org. Also like us on Facebook is Betty J. Hunter-Bazemore Scholarship. Go out there, get an application, share the application. Also watch for all of our fundraiser events, and we hope to see you participate and fill out that scholarship and help us out.
So is that the best way that people can contact you if they want to get in contact with you about the scholarship or anything else that they need? Then the best way is to contact you through the Facebook page. And do you have an email address where they can reach you?
My email is r_Bazemore@hotmail.com. You can email me and I will respond back if you have any questions about financial information. Also, in the community, I have been, I guess, with funeral planning, and also things that happen outside of a death, paperwork, bills to pay, things to do. So I've also been kind of a help in the community as of those aspects. So if you have any questions about any of those, you can reach me on my email.
Fantastic. So guys, please do feel free to use Rochelle as a resource. She really is a wealth of knowledge, just a young woman on fire for God, serving and really excelling in her element. So thank you again, Rochelle, for joining us on this segment of Business Acumen with Cross Cultural Talks. Be sure to tune in every Saturday at 8:00 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Same time, same place. Go and be great on purpose. God bless you.